What's going on, everybody? Today I have a very interesting video idea. And by that I mean I'm playing Hunger Games Simulator. What is this Hunger Games Simulator, you might be asking yourself? Well, judging by the teams, you might have some of an idea of what this is. This is PenguinCraft Hunger Games. Don't mind the name, by the way. We have here 10 teams of penguin crafters. And those teams I will introduce you to in a second. And then we have 2 teams of just random meme characters that I don't have to go over, but they're here in case you want to look at them. If any of them win, I will be incredibly salty. Please don't win, any of you. But allow me to introduce you to District 1 through 10. With District 1, we have the Red Rocks. We have Lincoln Ollie, Sun Uwu, Bob Lob, and Star Queen. A very balanced team, maybe, possibly. I don't actually know. Next up, we have the Orange Orangutans, or District 2. We have Hit Dijwandale Dingle, Mega, Luna is a Husky, and Veba. The Golden Gingles. We have Skibros, Fightboy, Creepy D, and SBX1234. The Lime Lemurs, Coolio Cat, Boki Boko, Perlia, and Pionosis. The Green Geese, Crown Bijou, Poop Nose, Mr. Corny Gaming, and Spooky Crit. The Sapphire Simpers, Orange Boy, Bexark52, Purple Person, and P-Dubs Plays. The Turquoise Turtles, Dacron, Venus Sparkle, Sophie Pug, and Hey Ducky. The Blue Bacons, Metal, Wushy, Verby, and Olivia, I think. The Fuchsia Frogs, the RK Aviation, Dual Pro Coolman, Round 6, and Spartan Stick. And finally, the Magenta Mexicans, with myself, El Rey, and random Filmstrips. Interesting teams here. Rashad is typing. Okay, cool. Teams that no one gives a crap about. Please don't win. I swear to God, if one of them wins, it's probably going to be Shrek, but who knows. Alright, no pictures, because that's way too much effort, and I genuinely do not care at all to add pictures, because I kind of can't. I don't know how. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds and the bloodbath begins. Peter Griffin runs away. Luna is a Husky, takes a spear. Rick Astley runs away. Rando runs into the cornucopia and hides. Nick finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Pio and Ollie fight for a bag. Oh, Pio's dead. Well, we have our first death, and that's on one of the better teams, so good job, Ollie. Star snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Okay, so she's immediately just gonna go pass out in a bush or something. John runs away. Wushy finds a canteen full of water. Pearl runs away with a lighter and some rope. Undress runs away. SBX is dead by Verby's hands. Mega runs away. Hey Ducky gets a spear, aka pointy stick. Olivia, Venus, and Bex work together to get as many supplies as possible. Shrek runs away. Poop Nose runs away. Creepy runs away. Cat runs away. Jotaro runs away. Daisy grabs a shovel. Bob runs away. John runs away. Joey runs away. Zeth runs away. Sun and Boki fight for a bag. Sun goes up and retreats. Chris scares Jack away from the cornucopia. That is very inaccurate. In fact, it would probably be the other way around. But, I mean, the Sapphire Simpers are off to a great start. Metal runs away. Miet grabs a backpack. RK Aviation grabs a sword. Sophie runs away with a lighter and some rope. Andrew stays at the cornucopia for resources. The UN headquarters runs away. How would a building run? Okay. Vemba runs away. Dacron strangles Spartan Stick with a rope. The Fuchsia Frogs already losing their best player. That is not good for them. Skibros runs away. A lot of running away. Football 024 Dark but Bold falls into a frozen lake and drowns. He's going to be very disappointed when he hears that he died in the bottom 5. Technoblade's blade runs away from the cornucopia. P-Dubs runs away. I run away. And Mikey gets a pair of size. Okay, cool. Nick questions his sanity. Again. Not very surprising. P-Dubs injures himself. Veb collects fruit from a tree. Washi makes a spear. Giancarlo receives medical supplies. Dupro, Coolman, and El Rey work together for the day. We're working together with the team that is probably going to get last. Perlia hunts for other people. Boblob, Creepy D, Random Filmstrips, and Technoblade hunt for other tributes. And I mean Technoblade's blade. Olivia, I think, attacks Hey Ducky, but he manages to escape. Again, seems like it would be the other way around, but you never know. It's Hunger Games Simulator. Star Queen tends to Metal's wounds. What, you fill him up with oil or something? Joey and Daisy work together. Verby diverts Crown Bijou's attention and runs away. Ski Bruce receives clean water. The UN headquarters questions his sanity. Bexerk, my greatest enemy, dies from an infection before I'm even able to do anything. Rather unfortunate for myself. However, he's dead, so I'm happy. Yet discovers a cave. Peter Griffin makes a spear. So does Chris. Pokey Poco convinces Luna the Husky not to kill him, only to kill her instead. The betrayal. Neither of them are going to be happy when they hear this news. Sun tries to sleep through the entire day. Sounds like something I would do. Venus makes a slingshot. Jotaro camouflages himself. Spooky Crit defeats Ollie in a fight but spares his life. Hit to Juandale Dingle camouflages himself in the bushes. Rick Astley defeats Dacron in a fight but spares his life. Mr. Corn Gaming thinks about home. Mega overhears Poop Nose and Ninja Squid talking in the distance. We're probably talking about the next Fall Guys Penguin clip. Shrek and Cat split up for resources, and Sophie Pug runs away from Rashad. Alright, that's 6 deaths in just the first, full day. Let's see which teams are off to a very weak start here. Looks like the orange orangutans, the golden what was it? Golden Gingers? Something like that. Lime Lemurs lost Pio. Boki is a kill, though. So does Ollie. Red Rocks. Very stupid name, but they're winning. Sapphire Simpers lost the biggest of the Simpers. Don't know how that's going to help them in the long run. Dacron has 1 kill. Who did he kill? I don't know. Verby has a kill. The team that I predicted to get last, the Fuchsia Frogs, has just lost their best player. So now Joey has to solo carry. Good luck, Joey. And Buttbald is kind of not alive anymore. Okay, perfect. Proceed to night 1. Oh, that was just 1 day. Okay. Random Filmstrips severely injures Technoblade's blade, but puts him out of his misery. What, you just crack the sword? Okay, Rando. Hit the Juandale Dingle, stays awake all night. I'm gonna continue saying that because it's funny. Washi defeats Daisy in a fight, but spares his life. Sophie Pugger receives clean water. P-Dubs and Hey Ducky sleep in shifts. I'd be careful there, P-Dubs. That's not a good idea. Sun Uwu cries herself to sleep. I don't know why Uwu and cries herself to sleep don't fit in the same sentence. They just don't. Veb, Skibros, Jotaro, and Venus tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Star stays awake. Pearl cooks her food before putting her fire out. Mega, El Rey, Spooky, Mr. Corn, and Ollie sleep in shifts. Nick cries himself to sleep. Olivia, I think, starts a fire. Dacron receives clean water. We got Mikey trying to treat his infection. Bob begs for Zeth to kill him, but he refuses, so Bob's still alive. Cat receives medical supplies. Creepy sets up camp. Joey lets Rashad into a shelter. I would say that's suspicious, but they're on the same team, so I guess it makes sense. Chris stays awake all night. The UN headquarters receives clean water. Probably from Switzerland or something, I don't know. Peter Griffin convinces Shrek to snuggle with him. That is a very cursed image, and I don't want to think about that. The Penguin Clip duo and Fight Boy sleep in shifts. Rick Astley and Boki Boko run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Miet and Verby and Metal sleep in shifts. Oh, wait, I was about to say they're all on the same team, but Miet is on the Magenta Mexicans, so it's fine. UN headquarters diverts Star's attention and runs away. Again, how does a building run away? Random Filmstrips questions his sanity. Veb constructs a shack. Mega steals from P-Dubs when he isn't looking. Dacron questions his sanity. That's something that a lot of people are doing right now. Honestly, good job. Pearl thinks about home. Ollie tries to sleep through the entire day. Mia and Jotaro hunt for other people. That's a scary duo there. Sophie Pug begs for Spooky Crit to kill her. He refuses, keeping Sophie Pug alive. Hey Ducky runs away from Cat. Daisy chases Chris. Rick Astley kills Peter Griffin with a hatchet. The meme teams are betraying each other. Boki has a bomb and Andrew has an axe. Okay. Washi, Shrek, Olivia, and Creepy hunt for other people. I try to sleep through the entire day. I knew it was going to happen at some point. Sun has a explosive run. We got Zeth has firewood. Rashad diverts drunk Carlo's attention and runs away. Poop Nodes hit Dale Dingle. Ski Bros and El Rey hunt for other tributes. Metal chases Verby. Runs 6 fishes. Nick makes a slingshot. Dupro Coolman receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Venus constructs a shack. And Bob sees smoke in the distance but decides not to investigate. The only 2 deaths are memes. So, that's 3 down. 5 to go. Except Rick Astley might be a little difficult to take down there because he's kind of got a kill. He betrayed a meme himself, so don't know how I feel about that one. The UN headquarters is awoken by nightmares. How? How does that work? Sun receives another explosive. She has 2 now. Nick starts a fire but is unsuccessful because he's on the Simpers. That's how that works. Jotaro questions his sanity. I pass out from exhaustion. Okay. Metal screams for help. Rando has an axe. Dupro Coolman convinces Mr. Corn Gaming to snuggle with him. I can see that happening weirdly, and now I am confused. Five Boy tends to his wounds. Hit Dale Dingle and Chris run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Mega stays awake all night. Miet begs for Washi to kill her. She refuses, keeping Miet alive. Oink and Ollie, RK Aviation, and Cat cheerfully sing songs together. Ski Bros passes out from exhaustion. Daisy sets up camp, and Dacron tries to sing himself to sleep. Something about how he hates gay people. I don't know. Poopnose receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Sophie Pug tries to treat her infection. Perlia and Rick Astley sleep in shifts. Shrek and Star Queen talk about the tributes that are still alive. Bijou dies from thirst. That's one less green team person. Spooky Crit stays awake all night. Verby, Boki, and Vebs cheerfully sing songs together. Bob dies of hunger. Wow, he's had a very bad game. He was gonna die eventually. Creepy screams for help. P-Dubs thinks about winning. That's terrifying. The second he thinks about winning, he's gonna win. Watch. Joey destroys Hey Ducky supplies while he's asleep. Smart strat. The less he has, the better. El Rey has an explosive. That is, like, the worst person you could have probably given an explosive to. Because now we kind of just win the game. I don't know. It's Hunger Games Simulator. Anything can happen. Olivia, I think, receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Venus is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Poor her. I question my sanity. Awesome. Okay, I don't even have to read that one. This is funny. Pearl is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Olivia is pricked by thorns while picking berries. The two of the 3 simpers still alive. Hunt for other tributes. That's just a pastime for Hey Ducky. Chasing anybody is a pastime for him. Hit Dale Dingle scares Dupro Coolman off. Okay, cool. P-Dubs plays overhears Venus and Sun talking in the distance. Spooky strangles Fight Boy after engaging in a fist fight. I was about to say, if Spooky died to someone trash, I'm about to say. Okay. Maga runs away from Veb. Boki tries to sleep through the entire day while she stabs Ski with a tree branch. Ollie runs away from Mia. I could see that happening. RK Aviation has an axe. Dakron reverts Elray's attention and runs away. Shrek overhears Verity and Jotaro talking in the distance. When there's more than one meme involved, it's kind of funny. Rick Astley receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Metal camouflages in the bushes. Creepy D goes hunting. Sophie Pug sleeps through the entire day. Random Filmstrips discovers a river. Star Queen tends to Daisy's wounds. The best of the memes, in my opinion. Poopnose discovers a cave, and Cat hunts for other people by himself. 4 deaths. Let's see here. Okay, so the Golden Gingers, or whatever the frick they're called. I'm too lazy to check. Creepy's the only one alive on their team. That is very not good for her, because she kind of revolves on someone distracting her, and then she blows them up. The Red Rocks have 3 of their members, so do the Orange Orangutans. Lime Lemurs have 3 as well. Actually, most teams have 3. Teams that have everyone on their team still alive. There's only 3 of them, being District 7, the Turquoise Turtles, the Blue Bacons, and the Magenta Mexicans. I'm alive somehow still. I don't usually make it this far. And when I do, I usually die a very stupid death. So, I guess we'll see what happens. I'm still keeping my eye on District 9 over there. The Fuchsia Frogs. I'm looking at you. The Penguin Clips Fall Guys Boys snuggle. Rick Astley thinks about winning. Uh-oh. Not good. Joey and Cat snuggle. Olivia destroys Andrew's supplies while he is asleep. Interesting. Rashad ambushes Elray and kills him. That's one less person on our team. Now we really have to take down the frogs. Dupro Coolman, the entirety of the UN headquarters, and Veb cheerfully sing songs together. Boki and Verity run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Venus climbs a tree to rest. Spooky Crit sees a fire, but stays hidden. Chris receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. P-Dibs quietly hums. Creepy starts a fire. She's the only one alive on her team. Good luck. Shrek convinces Sophie Pug not to kill him, only to kill her instead. Well, there goes Sophie. Shrek is a force to be reckoned with in the Hunger Games. Metal passes out from exhaustion. Perlia, Mia, Washi, and Ollie sleep in shifts. Hey Ducky tries to treat his infection. Please let him die from the infection. Please let him die from the infection. Please. Jotaro and Daisy hold hands. Okay. Star hit the Juandale Dingle. And Sun cheerfully sing songs together. So do Mega, Dakron, and Rando. And Nick screams for help. Awesome. I see smoke rising in the distance, but decide not to investigate. Hey Ducky chases another person, this time being Metal. Miette defeats Washi in a fight, but spares her life. P-Dubs, Cat, Venus, Daisy, and Dupro Coolman hunt for other tributes. Mr. Corn Gaming, Sun, Star, Chris, and raid Ollie's Campbell's hunting. Interesting pick for someone to raid. That's probably really accurate. That's a good idea. Creepy constructs a shack. Jotaro begs for Spooky Crit to kill him. He refuses, keeping Jotaro alive. You better keep Jotaro alive. You better. Veb discovers a cave. Perlia goes hunting. Dakron receives a hatchet. Hit de Juandale Dingle receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. I love that name. I'm sorry. It's the best name I've ever come up with in my life. Round 6 receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Verby, Boki, and Olivia, I think, get into a fight. Verby triumphantly kills them both. Weren't these two, on the same team? Anyway, Rick Astley has water. Cool. Oh no, he's looking for water. Poopnose throws a knife into Nick's chest. That's one less simper we have to worry about. Mega Shrek and Rando hunt for other people. Rashad begs for the UN headquarters to kill him. He refuses, keeping Rashad alive. Alright, cool. We lost a member of the... Okay, well, my only main competition is... we want to do better than the Fuchsia Frogs. So we're doing better than the Fuchsia Frogs. Wait, didn't they die? Oh no, I was looking at someone else. Half the Simpers are alive. Any teams with more... Okay, every team now has at least one dead player. So... I kind of just... I guess we'll see what happens. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. No one cares. Cat sings himself to sleep. I beat Sun in a fight to spare her life. P-Debs has clean water. Daisy, Mega, and Andrew cheerfully sing songs together. I don't know why I read that out of order. My bad. Veb starts a fire. Lushy, Perlia, and Rando track down and kill Metal. Well, there he goes. He just got 1v3'd. Miette and Dacron huddle for warmth. Hey Ducky tries to sing himself to sleep. Rick Astley tends to Rashad's wounds. He had too much poop in his butt and he died. Okay, cool. Creepy gets lost. Jotaro tends to his wounds. Chris receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Verby and Ollie hold hands. Wholesome moment. Poopnose and Spooky Crit tell each other stories about themselves to each other. I don't know why I said each other twice, my bad. Shrek kills the UN headquarters with his own weapon. What, is it the nuclear launch code? Star is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Venus lets hit the Juandale Dingle into her shelter, and Duprokuman drowns in a frozen lake. Wow. We are getting... Okay, now we're getting... Okay, we're getting more deaths than ever right now. Okay. Miette, Pearl, Ollie, Poopnose, and raid Jotaro while he's hunting. Venus and Andrew work together for the day. I collect fruit from a tree. Gotta stay, gotta not be hungry, man. Sun thinks about home. P-Dubs is fishing. Shrek sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Rando, Mega, Daisy, Verby, and Dacron track down and kill the only member of the Golden Gingers. I don't even know. Gingles? Gingles. Golden Gingles. That's the name. I like how I said it at the start of the video and don't even remember. But it's the Golden Gingles, and they're dead now. Cat discovers a river. Veb tends to hit the Juandale Dingle's wounds. Star overhears Rashada and Rick Astley talking in the distance. What a conversation. Washi tends to hate Ducky's wounds. Horrible idea! Spooky Crit questions his sanity. And Purple Person unknowingly eats toxic berries, and now he's dead. Is that all the Simpers dead? No, P-Dubs is still alive. Okay. This is actually kind of getting down to the wire. Half the memes are alive. All of them but Jotaro have a kill. Rando has 3 kills. He's carrying our team. One member of the frogs left. It's RK Aviation. The turquoise turtles still... No, wait, no, that's not the turquoise turtles. That's the blue bacons with Washi and Verby. I think Verby has the most kills right now with 4. Yeah. The only person even close is Rando with 3. And I guess Shrek with 2. Team with... I think the most you can have right now is 3 people on your team alive. So, the magenta Mexicans are doing well. The turquoise turtles are doing well. And... Oh, even the red rocks, orange orangutans, and green geese. Nice. The meme teams are kind of just there. Please don't have them win. Please. P-Dubs and Verby. P-Dubs, Verby, Dacron, and Shrek sleep in shifts. Ollie tracks down and kills Hey Ducky. Thank the Lord he's not the winner. Pearlia decapitates Whooshy with a sword. There goes Whooshy. Miette tries to treat her infection. Jotaro fends Rando, Poopnose, and Mega away from the fire, but they're not dead. Sun sets off one of her many explosives, killing Venus, Veb, Rick Astley, and Rashad. So it looks like we outlived the frogs, everybody. Andrew tries to sing himself to sleep. Daisy and Hit the Juandale Dingle tell stories about themselves to each other. Star dies from hypothermia. And me, Cat, and Spooky Crit cheerfully sing songs together. Awesome. Cat overhears Pearl and P-Dubs talking in the distance. Daisy searches for a water source. Ollie begs for Sun to kill him. He reluctantly obliges, killing Ollie. You just killed Kyle. Yeah. Why are you... Okay. I defeat Shrek in a fight but spare his life. I would have easily killed Shrek. Man, what are you talking about? Why didn't I kill him? Mega, Miette, Verby, and random Filmstrips raid Mr. Corn's camp while he's hunting. Interesting. Hit the Juandale Dingle receives medical supplies. Jotaro steals from Dakron when he isn't looking, and Poopno scares Spooky Crit off. Okay, actually, hold on. Okay, half the rocks died in one round, and now Sun has 5 kills. Sun has taken the lead in kill count. Awesome. Any team... There's still 2 teams of 3. Still 2 teams of 3. There's the Magenta Mexicans and... What? The Green Geese. Yeah. Turquoise Turtles. Okay, which teams are all entirely dead? How many are entirely dead? Just 2? Okay, yeah, the Golden Gingles and Fuchsia Frogs are out entirely. 8 deaths in one day. That's the most we've had so far. Jotaro goes to sleep. Pearlia and Verby threaten a double suicide. It fails and they both die. You were both doing so good. Okay. Miette steps up camp for the night. Hit the Juandale Dingle dives trying to escape the arena. Man, I was hoping hit the Juandale Dingle won if we didn't. Well, I mean, we're still in, so I guess it's fine. Mr. Corn goes to sleep. Daisy tries to sing himself to sleep. Poopno stays awake all night, probably playing Fall Guys. Miette thinks about home. Cat convinces me to snuggle with him. Alright. Okay. B-Dubs cooks his food before putting his fire out. Sun questions her sanity. Shrek tends to Run's wounds. Please don't have Shrek win. Please don't have Shrek win. Not again. Spooky Crit starts a fire, and Rando sees a fire, but stays hidden. Probably Jack's fire. The feast. Cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, and memoirs from the tribute's families. This far in. Usually it would happen earlier. Oh well. Jotaro does not go to the feast. Mega and Shrek get into a fight over raw meat, but Shrek gives up and runs away. Dakron decides not to go. I kill my own teammate as she tries to run. If that isn't the definition of me accidentally killing my own teammate because I thought they were an enemy. Spooky Crit takes a staff. Ooh, Sun and Daisy get into a fight over raw meat, but Sun gives up and runs away. Mr. Corn and Rando decide to work together. Poopnose doesn't go, and Cat steals P-Dubs' memoirs. P-Dubs fishes, Sun scares Rando off, Shrek spears fish with a trident, Maga travels to higher ground, Mr. Corn searches for water. This far in and you haven't had water yet? Okay. How are you alive? How are you alive? Spooky Crit travels to the high ground. He is becoming Obi-Wan Kenobi. Daisy and Poopnose hunt for other tributes. I repeatedly stab Cat to death with whoever had size earlier. And Jotaro kills Dakron. Another arena event. Fire spreads throughout the arena. P-Dubs kills Sun in order to utilize her body of water supply. Utilize a body of water safely. What? Okay. And then Jotaro kills Mr. Corn for the same thing. I don't even know what that... I'm stupid. Mega survives. Rando survives. Poop Notes and Spooky Crit fail to find a safe spot and suffocate. Oh, wait, hold on. Am I about to win? I've never won. Daisy survives, I survive, and Shrek dies. Wait, hold on. 11 deaths. How many people are alive? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on, I might actually get a win. This is the first time I've ever won my own Hunger Games, and I've done this a lot. Okay, Mega's alive from Orange Orangutans. All of the red rocks are dead. P-Dubs from the Sapphire Simpers is still alive. The Magenta Mexicans both have me and Rando. And then 2 of the memes, being Jotaro and Daisy, are still alive. Rando and P-Dubs huddle for warmth. I scream for help. Daisy throws a knife into Mega's head, and Jotaro dies of thirst. We're top 4, everyone. And half of our team... Wait a minute. Okay, so, judging by all this, I'm alive, Rando's alive, we're on the same team. The last meme is dead, and the last simper is dead, so the winner is the Magenta Mexicans. But we still have to figure out, between the 2 Magenta Mexicans, who is the better one. Okay. Here is Random Filmstrips from District 9. I'll drop his channel in the description if you want to give him a sub for winning the event. Everyone go to his channel and tell him he won the Autistic Fricks Hunger Games. He's gonna be so confused. Oh my god. Games, that's something I said today. And, subscribe to me alongside the winner, Random Filmstrips, in the comments. And if you don't, you think Bexark52 is not the leader of the Sapphire Simpers, which is just factually wrong. Alright, peace.